this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my home here in Santa Monica. Welcome to a really quick planting with Jewelyn. I like to do these from time to time where I look at my collection and see if somebody's growing funny and I want to try to fix it up, or maybe I want to fix the plant to make it more fuller. And also I would like to stake up a plant, or at least try to help it out. So I just finished a hike with my best friend and we had lunch in Pacific Palisades. Very relaxing Friday. It's my day off from teaching and dancing, but I do teach the next 4 days, and then I'll be in Las Vegas for Thanksgiving and the work week, and I'll be gone for a week. So I'm just kind of getting my plants set up, and I think it's gonna rain for like 4 days while I'm away in Las Vegas, so I'm kind of nervous about that. So just kind of making sure my plants are okay while I'm gone for a week. Now looking at my greenhouse, and every day I look at my greenhouse to see if something is not happy, not doing good, then I can try to fix it up. So there's 2 succulents here that are growing funny that I want to go ahead and fix up, just because I'm gonna be away for a while, and then maybe when I come back, by the time I come back, maybe there's some movement or progress that I can go ahead and set it up for the next step in its plant life. So this is one of my Kalanchoe, my Kalanchoes. I think this is a pink butterfly, and this actually looked really bad when I first put it in the greenhouse, and then now it's growing back. But as you can see, it's growing really funny here, so I want to try to fix it up because I'm not going to plant it back like this in the planter. It looks horrible. And this is kind of the one characteristic of the plant that I don't like. So when I look at my other Kalanchoes in my collection that are planted up in planters, they kind of grow funny like this too. So it's one of those things where you got to keep an eye on them. If not, they're going to start looking like this. So I think when I'm looking at the planter here, you see how it's growing here? I might just cut it from here and then try to fix it up. Like that already looks better. And then for this, I think I'm going to maybe cut this here. And this is roots that was already in the soil, so I could just stick it back in here and then maybe help it out that way. So I'm not going to bring out my pot. I do want to fix it up, so I'm just going to get my shovel here, make room for it to go right back in here and fix it up. And probably by the time I get back from my trip, I can check on it to see if it's happy with the new cut that I did. Like that already looks better. Like, you know, these are kind of growing funny, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, and then maybe when I plant it up in a planter, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think I should do for this one? Should I just leave them like this, or should I cut them and have them start all over? I just kind of think like that's the characteristic of the plant. So already just doing that cut, look at how it's just standing up straight and looking better. I think that looks good. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it for what to do with these guys, but they're just growing weird and I don't know what to do with them. So I'll just leave this as is, but I for sure wanted to fix that. And I care about all of my plants, whether it's a cacti, a succulent, or a rare house plant. If I can try to fix it up to make it grow better, I'm gonna take the time to do that, and I'll just dedicate one whole video to doing things like this, because they're my little babies and they're my investments. So I want to try to save or fix them up as much as I can. Okay, so that looks better already. There's the cut that I made. And then let me know, what do you think I should do with these here, because they're growing weird. And once I see that they're like in a really good place, then I'll put it back in a planter. I might actually look to see if I have more of these, and then when I do another succulent planting with Jewelyn, they'll be one of the babies that I put back into a terracotta planter. So just a quick fix up, but I might do something with this guy here because he's growing interesting. I'll come back to it, but at least I did that because that just looked horrible. Moving on to another succulent that is in rehab in my greenhouse, because all of the leaves I think probably died, and it's just been trying to find itself back in the greenhouse. So there's one section here, if you can take a look, it's growing funny and weird. I mean, there's a long stem, so I'm gonna take that section off. Let me just clean up the plant. don't want it growing weird because eventually I want this back in a terracotta planter. So look at this. I'm gonna fix this by cutting here, and then either I can let this callus over, stick this back into the soil, or I could do it with water propagation and have it live in one of these. In fact, I could even just cut it a little bit more, and then if I wanted, I can take this petal off. I'll leave this down here because that can grow into a new baby, and then I could either propagate the new baby like this, let it get water roots, stick it back in here, and I mean, look at the way how this is growing too. I mean, I would love to fix this up. For now, I'll just leave this in this water vessel, and then when it grows back roots, then I will just stick it back in the soil. Who knows, probably by the time I come back from Las Vegas, this thing will have roots and I can just stick it in there. But for now, had to fix that because it was just growing crazy. So here's the new setup. So that looks better already. Those two babies from the greenhouse, I wanted to take the time out to fix them because I like showing everybody plant love in my collection. Now, here's a house plant that I got as a cutting over a year ago. It was August 2018, and this was a rooted cutting from the mother plant. And I can get this silver satin pothos Scindapsus pixis anytime pretty much I want in Los Angeles. This is common here in Los Angeles, but I love the rooted cutting I got, and this grows. This rooted cutting, I've had it now for over a year, and it's grown so much on me. I could go and buy a plant and get it nice and full, but it's okay. I like experimenting with this plant. But this has been growing on my baker's rack for a while, and do you see how long it is? And this is pretty much everything that I have. So I am making the executive decision. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I am going to cut here. I'm gonna root this, and I'm gonna stick it back in the planter. Hopefully it'll root really easy for me to get a fuller plant. And I've done this for the string of bananas, but I've never done it for silver satin pothos. So I'm just gonna cut really close to there. So that looks so good. And then see, just imagine once I get that rooted, and then it'll fill up the planter. And for this cutting, I could actually make multiple cuts if I wanted to. If you see all of the aerial nodes here, I could do like a cutting here, 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 and just get multiple babies in and fill it up. But I think I'm just gonna start here, and I am going to, I think I'm just gonna start with this. I'll cut here. Let's see how long this takes to root on me. I never rooted one of these guys before. Alright. So let's see how long this takes to root up, and I would like to hopefully plant it up before the end of the year. That would be nice. Maybe when my grandma's here in a month. I'll just leave this here in this water vessel. And then maybe I might put this cutting on my water propagation wall that I have, because I think I have space now. I think I have 2 vessels that are empty. So I want to make sure I'll put a little bit more water in there. There it is. So the nodes are in the water, and I hope to fill up this planter in the near future. So just little things like this I will take the time out to do for my plants to fix them up if they're growing weird, or if I feel like I can get more out of the plant to fill it up. So I think that was a good call for sure. Now I want to bring up George. I have a pole here because I'm going to use it. So here's George Jr. and I've had him for, I want to say, over 3 years. This is his current condition. He is growing up into a young man. He has some splits here. A few, like here's some splits here, here, Is that it? We only have 2 split leaves for you? And they're not fully split. It's just a little baby split right here. But as you see, he's growing big, so I want to try to help him. I have one of my poles here. I think this is the one that is the only one available left. This is the one Catherine and I did, and I want to stake him up to see if I can help him with his splits and growth here. And I'm gonna cinch him up and make him at least look decent looking. Like, these sections I'm not too worried about, but it's these 2 sections here I would like to help out. So there's a section in the center of this planter that I can stake him in. Okay. And then I'm thinking probably doing this here and maybe this section here. I think is a good start. What do you guys think? I would like to do this with George, but I'm gonna wait probably for my grandma to arrive here in a month to help me restake George, because he's really big and it'd be easier if somebody else helps me with the staking, and then I won't accidentally ruin him. So I think I'm trying to figure out if I can get more sections of him up here on the pole. I love little projects like this where I can come into the collection, see who needs help, fix them up, and I feel much better leaving the collection for a week when I do little things like this. I'm thinking maybe this section too, right here. So it'll be nice to have Thanksgiving off, but I do dance the rest of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It'll be nice. My little Yorkie brother turned 4 yesterday in Las Vegas, Petty, so I need a bigger Velcro tape. Also, if you're interested in this Velcro tape, I have it in my Amazon store. If you check out my description box, you'll see the link. So my little Yorkie brother Petty turned 4 yesterday in Las Vegas, and my mom got him a doggy things from the bakery that I got Evie's birthday cake last time. So we're gonna do something with Evie for his birthday when we get there, so that he has somebody to celebrate with. And my best friend Kira ended up getting a little Frenchie named Coco, a little girl. So Pepper has a sister now, and Coco's 7 months old. So I look forward to seeing Coco and seeing Evie play with a new doggy. It'll be very fun. It'll be a weekend of dogs. Okay, this just fell off. That's unfortunate, but there's a note here, so let's do this. We'll just stick you in here. I'll fill this up with water. This could be a future present, who knows. That's unfortunate, but at least it was right below the node. Okay, you know what, I love what I just did to George Jr. He looks much better. He doesn't look wild and crazy, and I think I did good. Anybody else? I think I wanna... And by the way, for Santa Monica today it's 65, so it's a perfect day for hiking. I want to fix you up because you look crazy. Maybe. Trying to not ruin anybody here. I think I'm good. I mean, I could bring this section up. Okay, one more section and I think I'm good. The rest I'll just let it be. What do you guys think about this quick little makeover plant love for George Jr. He's growing up. I love this Velcro tape because you can just keep reusing it. Okay, so there's a few sections out here in the front that is not Velcroed on. I'll just let it be because they're just young babies. And I want to say this was a really good decision for George Jr. What do you think? I think it looks good. Okay. Yeah. Looks much happier. Oh, he's growing up. Oh, this sleeve doesn't look good. Let's prune you off here. Think you're good to go, George Jr. I think you're much happier now. So here's George, and I wanted to do this before I end today's video. As you can see, he spewed out wild and crazy, and I'll stake him up better when my grandma's here because I probably might need an extra hand, but I'm gonna try my best. I have my supplies here. I even have its original pole just in case, because there's this one section here that I think won't be able to get staked up with his new little wooden dowel here. So I'm gonna come on the side without ruining anybody here. It definitely needs a cleaning. If you wanna come up here, come sit up here by mommy. Oh, hi, you wanna say hi to the channel? You hanging out? We're gonna go to the beach after this, okay? Mommy's trying to help George here because he's crazy. I don't think I'm gonna touch the sections that are already staked up on the wooden dowel because I think it looks good. But this one section for sure is bothering me and I want to somehow fix him. But I think I might have to use this here as another life support. Kind of have him live like this. Temporary until we figure out what to do with him. I think having you like this. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think I should do with George? I love how big and wild and crazy he is, but I don't want to. There's a big section back here too. It's just big and heavy. I think he looks better. And there's a leaf here that can be taken off because half of the leaf is gone. So I think just doing that little thing for him is helping him, bringing that one extra stake in the mix. Let me try to get out of here without hurting Georgie. George, what am I gonna do with you? I'm gonna try to fix you up here really quickly. He's never forgotten, even though if he's big and crazy back here, taking up the most real estate. What do you guys think? Do you think this is good enough for now? I mean, could be worse. Maybe if I can plug him in a little bit more up here. I like to be able to dedicate a video every now and then on my plant babies that need some extra TLC because it's important to not neglect them and do little things like this when he needs a little extra help. So George, I think you're gonna be good. What do you think? Let me look from back here. I think he looks better already. So let's see. He'll get dusted and washed down before I leave, but it's gonna rain next week for a handful of days, but I think you're good. All right, you guys, that is gonna wrap up today's video. I have all of the plant babies that I at least touched or fixed up on the Tiffany blue table. George Jr. is staked up. I fixed George back there at least a little bit. Every little thing helps for him. And then I have my propagation setups here. So the one fallout from George Jr. is here. So I have that. And then I have my cutting that I would like to root up here. And I might just stick this in the water vessel on the wall. Then I have this other one here And when these all root up, I would like to stick them back into its planter for a fuller look. If you guys enjoyed this relaxing planting with Jewelyn, no, it's not about planting new babies, but my planting with Jewelyn series doesn't include just planting up new babies. It's fixing them, propagating them, experimenting with my plants. And this is something I wanted to do before I head out of town for a week and before the rain comes next week for like 4 days. Little things like this matter. I hate walking past my plant babies knowing that they need my help. I also like to inspire you on the channel to keep up with your plants and take care of them, because they do need attention after you plant them up. So little things like this matter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads. Let me know, what do you think? How does George look like right now, currently, the way how he's staked up? What do you think about George Jr. being staked up for the first time? And what do you think about my decisions I did for my 2 succulents here and my trailing house plant? I would love to know in the comments down below if you would do the same thing that I did for the plants and make the same decisions I made, or would you have done something else or leave them as be interesting to also know if you fixed up any plants and what plant was it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I probably would like to film at least maybe one more planting with Jewelyn before I leave for a week. I would love to plant up my new Hoyas in a video before I go, because I have a few Hoyas that need to be planted up. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads. There's a video that goes live at every 5 a.m. In today's video, I want to do a plant friend shout out. This one is going to Lourdes. She posted this up on my plant tour. She says here, wow, love all of your plants. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, Abby, would you like to say bye to everybody as you relax on the chair? Say happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, yes. And we'll see you guys all soon. Until next time, aloha from Abby and I here in Santa Monica. Bye.